Okay, my Bible verse app kind of cut me off while I was talking before. But anyway, the point is, are you positive about it or negative about it, right? One, God can help you with. One, it can't, right? Now, you claim to be believers in God, right? But you gotta understand, God don't want you worshiping male or female images, meaning your own image, right? And making it God. Now, God ain't talking about artwork where you make a statue of someone who's real. I know that's not a crime unless you worship the statue, right? Per se. They kind of do it in Catholicism. That's the problem too. You don't pray to the statue. The statue ain't God, right? But it does depict Jesus on the cross. Okay, I get that, right? But don't worship the statue because Jesus ain't on the cross anymore, right? Jesus is at the right hand of the Father in heaven, right? Whatever that means, right? And he's set there, right? By God. Now, maybe it's also because we're not telling the whole truth. Maybe we're missing certain details, but we're saved by grace. See, faith is more important in believing God can heal you like he did in the Bible than pretending, right, that the virus is greater than God when it's not, right, either. Now, I'm talking from a religious standpoint, not 100% scientific. See, because the number, like I said, shows some people, 293 million, still don't have the virus. Right. I know. Or so. I know. You know, that's rounded it up backed it up a little bit, but still. Or 292 4, right? Or 3, right? Somewhere between 3 and 4 billion people don't have it, right? At all. And everyone who has it at a different level in different states too, right? Is it being spread slowly? Yeah, but it's also being contained enough too. It's both. It's both. But which seems more prevalent? Less people have it, right. Overall, then they probably want to have it. You know what I mean? Also, it seems like they wanted to get in the embarrassment. Makes you wonder, huh? But that's what faith is. So when you go to the doctor, right, the doctor determines your faith level too, right? See, if you're getting better, like when I went for my tests, right, I went in and I started singing and everything and showing I have good lung capacity and I'm doing something, fool. I'm singing, I'm upbeat, I'm not, being affected by anything, right? See, faith is also those seeing you. Like, my doctors can't understand my high blood pressure and why I'm not in the hospital. But hell, I believe God is healing you. God is healing me. Like whatever happened in the store with the girl, where I lost an hour of time. Whatever happened, I don't know the details. I keep telling them that. I just keep trying to figure out, well, why are you banning me from the store for criminal trespassing if I didn't do nothing criminal, but if I had sex with the girl, right? That's still a question, not a statement. But they're saying, well, you didn't do nothing. Well, if I didn't do nothing, why'd you charge me with a crime, right? And yet not specify what the crime is. The only crime I could do is have sex with the girl in the bathroom, which is right by where we were doing the job, right? And that would be because the women were messing with me and her that that I was sexually responding to her when I wasn't, right? And we went into the bathroom for me to show her. what it takes for me to actually sexually respond to a female. Wasn't none of that. No. I know. Now, I was laughing with the other women, right? When they were kind of using they'll use something on your feet to kind of get the dead skin cells off, too. Now, that was making me giggle a lot. I mean, almost like a schoolgirl. But every time, right, I went to the other stores, right, even if I was laughing, it still the nail job took so long, right? Well, this one went over an hour. Because I also was trying to see two movies and would make up my mind when I got to the movie theater which one I was actually going to see. And I left with enough time, had finished lunch, and was ready to go see the movie by that time, which was one started at 3 and one was 3:10, right? And I was in there about an hour before the movie started anyway. Well, when I got out, it was 10 to 4, which is almost an hour longer, right? 40 minutes for one movie, 50 for the other, right? That I was supposed to be in there. Now, anyone, if they lose over an hour of time in a store, gonna wonder what the hell happened. I don't know. And then the second time, the guy's doing it and not letting any of the women do it, like I'm trying to have sex with them all or something, right? When if I did do something with someone, it would only be the girl who helped me out. I was doing the nail job the first time, right? You know what I mean there too, right? And I asked her age, where she was from, and again, she's facing me, not the cameras. He can edit that and make you think she said something different when I remember what she said, using my disability against me. I don't know. Because, see, I've been disabled since 93. I don't know. But the disability don't mean I'm totally out of it all the time unless you try to black me out for some reason. Which, again, I don't know. I remember I have what's called temporary or in and out amnesia for the hour. And the 40 minutes for doing the nail job. So really I was in the store an hour and 40 minutes longer than I intended because I went in at around 10 after 2, right? Hoping to be out before what time, right? 3 o'clock, right? If it takes 40 minutes, I should have gotten out at what time? Okay, 20 from 10 is 30, right? Another 20 is what? 10 to 3. 10 to 3. I should have been out the store 10 to 3, not 10 to 4. That's why I know something happened between me and the female who was doing the nail job. Now, I don't know why, like I said. I just know it did. I don't know. Now, I'm attracted to women. That's an attractive woman to me. And so is the anchor on the news, right? But I don't know them. I don't mess with them. I'm not in their circle of life, right? And I don't insert myself into a situation where I'm not legally in my circle, right? That's why the girl I was with, right, was in my circle, right? And who did the nail job initially. Now, I thought she sexually responded to me when she started doing the nail job. In my mind, she did, right? Well, I was trying to figure out why. And I started talking to her and asked her a question for a reason. Is T in her God, the name for God in her language, right? Is that what it's called, right? And whatever happened, I don't know, as it unfolded, I lost 20 minutes off and on. At least, I guess, while doing the normal nail job too, right? I remember her doing the same thing as the other women, of course, right? Up till I left, right? But I also was in there an hour longer than I had done it previously as well. And that's because, like I said, the second time I went out there, some man did it, and it took him 40 minutes too. Third time, I just went to use the bathroom on my way to the theater to watch a movie again, right? It's the only reason I go out there, and it's a local theater. It's the only theater I can go to unless I want to go to Savannah. I'm not going out my way. In fact, it's rational for me to go to that theater, right? And that strip mall, right? What isn't rational is the third time I went out there and went to the bathroom, and I even left my can of soup I bought from Walmart, because that's where my cab dropped me off, and I went and got a can of soup to eat later on, right? Or the following day, right? When I got home. Well, when I went into the store, and I went to use the bathroom real quick, because it's the only place I know that has a bathroom I could stop in real quick, right? Besides the theater itself, and I had Taco Bell, because I walked up to Port Wentworth Taco Bell from my house, right? Then I got a cab to Walmart. Then I went from Walmart to the theater, and I had to go real quick. And so on my way, I went in and went to use the bathroom. And see, that's Ashley, and I like the light she's got on, but I don't know her. I stay away from her personage, right? She's not supposed to come here either, right? You know what I mean? You don't show up to someone's house in the middle of the night, even if they recognize you on TV, right? She don't come to me, and I don't go to her, right? Those are also social norms, right? We all know growing up. Because, see, I don't have a clue where either one lives. And I also mentioned Victoria because I knew a Victoria in high school. But that's why. And when I was on YouTube, a girl named Ashley started trying to, get singing lessons from me, but she backed out, and I let her, right, too. And like I said, I offered her singing lessons. What I told her is start off with basic songs, because certain songs you can sing because they're in public domain. If you do a copyrighted song, you got to do it educational. Why? Because it's a music piece. It's no lot different than teaching how to play Beethoven, right? To a student to perform in a concert, even if you charge for that concert. You can do that to train someone how to do a specific thing in music. Like most of my videos are a cappella, right? Well, that's to teach you how to hear the singer over the instruments and impersonate them, right? Which I'm teaching you two things there. How to sing the song a cappella without instruments, and how to impersonate your favorite artist, right? That's a double educational purpose, which is also associated with college level learning, right? Of fair use as well. So since it's music, right? And there's no such thing as 0% for fair use. It's got to be at least 10, right? That's the whole point too, right? And again, I've never met Ashley, right? Or Melissa. But I know the names from high school, right? Nothing personal. I don't want... You don't mess with them either. Okay? You're not me, so you don't write them for me. That's what I'm worried happened with Sheena. I don't know why she gets so mad and didn't even write me when I'm talking about marrying the girl. Unless she is so naive and thinks we didn't have sex under the tree. I don't know what's going on. After that, what, did she want oral sex and I had sex with her? I don't know what's going on there. That's why I'm asking it as someone who doesn't know why the girl actually broke up with him, because I'm a Christian and I would only write her Christian type letters. And most Christians unless you do them wrong first, don't go negative on you, right? And say anything derogatory towards you, right? Now they can, but you gotta start it. And then they're sometimes doing it like Jesus did with the scribes and Pharisees, right? Defending themselves, right? Now, Jesus called the scribes and Pharisees serpents, generation of vipers, right? Sepulchres filled with dead men's bones, right? So don't tell me, I know, Jesus don't allow for a little bit of name calling either. Now, if you use the N-I-G-G-E-R word, the only way you can use it is if you're making a religious point with the word, right? Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, even people who use the word negatively can be of the same race or ethnic group, right? They'll even use it on each other. See, to ban the word means nobody can use it, not even that race, right? You can't say, well, I can use it because I'm that race. No, nobody can use it. Quit using it. It's either a bad word nobody can use, right? Not even you on yourself. Get the point? If it's negative, don't use it at all, alright? Okay? Mm-hmm. But why can you use fornication and unlawful carnal knowledge? Fuck. Because the Bible talks about fornication being unlawful carnal knowledge. And then you're making it an acronym of the word fornication and unlawful carnal knowledge and contracting it the fuck. That's why you can use that word, because the Bible uses fornication. Right? All you're doing is contracting it to a 4-letter word. Okay, that some people are offended by. But it is fornication, unlawful carnal knowledge. So you're fucking. Right? You get what the word means. Now, what Paul means when he talks about talking in a pure language, it don't mean not saying fuck. No, it don't. No, it don't. They say fornication and unlawful carnal knowledge all the time. In the Bible too, right? They tell you not to fornicate, right? That's not to fuck. Don't fuck each other. They tell you not to do that, right? Yes or no? They tell you be in a married relationship, which means what? If you're gonna have sex with a partner, right? You be with only that partner, unless again you and that partner want to bring in another partner, which has to be consensual all the way around, right? Like with Solomon and his wives, right? Or David and his wives, right? David had, by the time he was finished, at least 17 wives, right? Mm-hmm. He even had 10 virgins in Jerusalem. And the last one he had was Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah. He committed fornication and unlawful carnal knowledge too. With Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah. And they call her the wife of Uriah. They don't call her David's wife. But that's to teach you can do that. That's sin. For even David. It's like why I did the eagle from the coin and said if you shoplift, it's a crime to anyone, even the eagle. Can't do that. Mm-hmm. That's what it means. But it's also the symbol of our country, and a lot of people around me didn't get it. You know what I mean? Right. That's what that means. They're seeing the eagle, and don't understand why the eagle was in jail. Right. Well, because the eagle shoplifts or something, right? Stole something, right? That's why the eagle can't do it either, right? It's the point about the law. If you have a law on the books, right, it's like a traffic law. All right, when you're making a left-hand turn, you can yield the right of way in the left-hand turn differently than when you pull out going right or going straight, right? You have an arc in your turn. If you stop in that arc, you're yielding the right of way. If the person is going straight only. Only if they swerve into you is it their fault if you yield the right of way. That's what I'm trying to tell the officer really happened, and the bus driver is trying to blame me for making a left-hand turn. Right? When she's not telling you there were two cars in front of me as well, which is also impeding my view of her. But I stopped anyway because the light turned yellow and we're in bumper traffic. Right? Now this is confusing to everyone I'm telling it to, and the reason is it's ambiguous. The officer also didn't issue me a citation. No. But that's because he's kind of halfway listening, halfway not. No. And see, he can't change what happened, right? But he also wasn't there to witness it. So he's relying on her word versus my word, and she's lying, right? That there were two cars in front of me, which I was behind, right? She would have to swerve into my lane, right? Which is the left-hand turning lane, right? To hit me, I know. Because I stopped to yield the right of way in case someone was coming, and I couldn't see it. But that gives me a ground for appeal. You can appeal, Judge, any judge's decision. I know, even Judge Mary fucked up. Excuse my French there, Judge Mary, but you did. You can't not allow me to enter evidence where I'm saying my ankle is the problem and show the ankle is the problem. That's a corruption move on your part, right? And against the law itself. You can't break the law while sitting on the judge's bench yourself, right? You can't deny a person to enter evidence when the case is about his ankle of showing you an x-ray of the ankle. Which he can legally do if that's the point of the case. He can show that to the court. As also why he couldn't drive a 6-speed versus a 5-speed, and why he drove a 5-speed up to then, right? But never drove a 6-speed, and that was the difference. The extra year made the accident happen, which, no one plans an accident, right? Right. They happen unexpectedly, right? And again, I explained this in the write-up as well. That I'm not used to driving a 6-speed, but a 5-speed, right? This is all part of the suit. And the lawyer took advantage. They hired, right? And was not following protocol. No, he wasn't. This is a civil trial, not a trial where I can't enter in my evidence. That's where I gotta bring the evidence. Like in Judge Judy, if I'm saying my ankle was the problem, I have a right to show the ankle and why it was the problem. Which, again, I come in with a cane. They're lying about that. They're committing perjury on the stand. I know they are. That's perjury if you lie. I know. And I use a cane, right, when I came into the store, right? Because I had to take the bus to even get there. I know. And even when Big Roddy dropped me off, I had to take the bus back home, right? And have my cane with me. When I got to walk a long ways, I'll bring my cane, right? And they saw me using the cane in their line. The whole thing. The whole, everybody in the whole Kia country is an in, alright. Saw me use that cane. Until I bought the car, right? But the reason I bought the car is I didn't know it would really be a problem until it became a problem. That's how that works too, alright. The problem is the sixth gear. And I change gears every 10 years. So from first to second, I go 10 miles and then go into the second. Well, to go into the sixth would mean I'm almost 60 miles before I go into the sixth gear, right? 10 per year, right? So 0 to 10 is for 1, right? 10 to 20, I'm in second gear, right? 20 to 30, I'm in third gear. 30 to 40, I'm in fourth gear. 40 to 50, I'm in fifth gear. And then 50 to 60, I'm in sixth gear. Well, if I'm doing that and I'm approaching a red light, I'm not used to how fast that would be, right? If I'm normally using a 5-gear system. So, with the fifth gear, I would already be looking at and see the light, right? But with having to go into another gear, I'm at 60 miles an hour. When I look at the light, it's red already. I slam on brakes and can't stop, right? Exactly. Because of the 10 extra miles you have to go to safely change gears and keep the gears also working good, right? See, another reason you want so many mileage for each gear is so the gears are properly maintained and you don't grind the transmission or rev the engine too high or transmission too high. Because if you don't change gears at the right time, it'll cause transmission problems down the road, right? That's why I'm doing that. But I'm also don't know what to do about it. I also, I'm just talking about it on YouTube. Again. All right. Bye.